At the time of retirement, I was heading a SMECC department at Solapur. The compliance is very important, and corporate governance is very important because the government was our 80% or more than 80% stakeholder of the PSU banks. Proper due diligence is done very easily due to the technology.
Hi everyone, welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by the World Development Corporation. I am Esteemed, your host for today. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. We have one such leader with us today, Mr. Jayant Keskar. He has held a variety of roles and responsibilities during his tenure, progressing from a clerk to a branch manager, admin office lead, assistant general manager, and head of the credit department at the Bank of India. His extensive experience in branch operations, credit delivery across retail, SME, corporate finance, followed by credit monitoring and NPA management, demonstrates his thorough understanding of the banking landscape. Thank you so much, Mr. Keskar, for being there with us today. So, could you let our viewers know in brief about your career journey so far?
Well, I joined the bank in 1984 as a clerk. Basically, I worked in for many years. I worked in a rural area as a clerk. Then I decided to go for a career path. Then I got promotions, scale 1, scale 2, scale 3, scale 4, scale 5. Actually, when I got scale 1 promotion, I was transferred to a metro center. That means in Mumbai. I worked there. I worked in a branch of bank operations for at least 7 or 8 years as a branch head and all. I was very successful in achieving all the targets which was set for me by the bank. And then I was decided to go for administrative office. Uh, from initial stages, actually, I was posted as the departmental head in the administrative office as well. Actually, I worked in a field sales, that means sales officer in a retail loans in Mumbai. Then I was in a back office. Then I was in a IT. That means I have also IT background. I cleared a diploma in computer management in 1970s, 1997, 98. So I was transferred in a head office in a IT department where I could get the experience of a migration from one software to another software. Actually, at that time, I was leading for UK branches. Actually, and I have experience about the migration of the bank, migration of the software. Then I worked in a credit monitoring, NPA. Then I worked in a retail, then SME, corporate finance, as a processing officer, as a departmental head, as a AGM, all in a credit department. And I was having an experience of working in a credit monitoring. It helped me a lot because credit delivery will not survive to the bank. Credit monitoring, risk management are also important you into the bank, because when you are parted with the money, you have to mitigate your risk. That's what I supposed to be done in a credit monitoring, and I did it successfully. And at the time of retirement, I was heading a SMECC department at Solapur. That means partly it was a rural and partly it was a urban area where I could help in a rural based industries like dairy processing, like dal meal, like soya bean, like oil, all mills, all industries which have a rural background. And in urban also, I worked very successfully. That was my career path. And actually, you mentioned about my PM Excellence Award. Actually, in Burhanpur, Madhya Pradesh, I was posted as a lead district manager. Lead district manager means there you are supposed to monitor the government schemes in the district. You are working under a collector. At that time, the flagship program, Stand Up India, was the flagship program of Modi government. And actually, we implemented the program in a Burhanpur very successfully as per the requirement of the government. That's why myself and our collector of the district collector of the Burhanpur district, actually, we were nominated for the PM Excellence Award. We cleared three stages, but ultimately on the last stage, our name was deleted there. But we were on number 3 or number 4. That's very proud moment for me and as well as a collector. So it was a Burhanpur also. It was a very rural best district, but we could do it that. And the our efforts were appreciated by the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and he had given me the Chief Minister Excellence Award in 2016. That's all. Thank you, madam.
So, as a branch head or a department head for 23 years, what strategies did you implement to achieve your financial targets consistently?
Madam, actually, I was from day one, I was identifying my client base because only walk-in customers to the bank or to the institution will not suffice our purpose. That you cannot achieve the target. But actually, I was going into the market. I was going to the market and society, and I myself was identifying the clients for the which was fitted best for the bank. I choose them, and I was given them a best services. And this client was my ambassadors. Actually, they brought me 2 or 3 uh, customers of equal year. Because of that, I never see the targets and all. Only I was going out for the client base, and that because of that efforts, I could achieve my all the targets, even deposits, advances, everything. And because of my proactiveness, actually it was known very fast in the market because bankers they have a very good ambassadors. Their clientele are the very good ambassadors. The
Yeah,
news was going on the market, and because of that, I could achieve my all the targets during my tenure as a
that's
branch
very,
managers.
yeah, so you have to be very hands on and you have to be very proactive, I think, is what I gather. With 39 years of seasoned experience, what, according to you, consists of true leadership?
Actually, when you are working as a leader, actually, as you said, rightly said, I worked as a clerk, I worked as a junior officer, then mid officers, and then AGM. Actually, I was always having an empathetical view with my subordinate staff. Actually, I was aware of the problems which they used to face while processing or while contacting the customers. Actually, before they face the target, before they face the problem, I was giving them the solutions. It worked me actually. When I was junior officer, I was aware which problems I faced during my earlier stage, and the same problems will be faced by my subordinate officers. But I used to mentor them before they come across such problems. So they also was very proactive, and they helped me in achieving my targets.
Nice. And what led to your interest in ESG and corporate governance?
Actually, madam, ESG governance, I was not aware of that. But about the corporate governance, I know because till date, till in the service, I was following the rules. I was aware of the RBI guidelines. I was aware of the compliances in the banking field. Now, the compliance is very important, and
Yeah.
corporate governance is very important. All the NBFCs, all the banks, all the ARCs, it is very important. If you open the everyday economic times, you will read a news that RBI has fined this NBFC, RBI fined as uh, from right from the SBI to a small NBFC, and RBI is very stringent on this government compliance uh, governance. So I'm aware of that. I had gone through all the rules, regulations uh, during my service. So I could, I till date I was a policy observer or policy follower. I can work as a policy maker also.
And as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
No, when you are working as a banker or any industry, you have environmental, you have a social obligations. That's all. And actually, during our banking service also, we used to do that. When we are going for any loans to our corporate or our SME, we see that all environmental procedure is being followed by the our client or proposed client, or on credit monitoring also we used to see that all environmental, all it is observed by our clients. So that much I know about the environmental clearance and social, because we are working in a banking and that too in a public sector. We always work for a social banking,
Yeah.
because all government schemes, all government agenda are our prime agenda, because government was our 80% or more than 80% stakeholder of the PSU banks. So whatever is their agenda, it was our agenda, and we used to do that. And earlier I told you about the Stand Up India. Stand Up India was the Modi government's first was a prime agenda. That means one lady and one SC/ST borrower should be given finance by all commercial banks in each of the district every year. And actually we did that. It
Yeah.
was it was for achieving the profits to the bank, as well as it was a social obligation for the bank, which was the agenda for of the government.
Yeah, yeah. So you bring a lot of experience, I gather, just by the nature of the industry that you are in the field of ESG and corporate governance. That's very interesting. What are some of the remarkable changes that you have seen in your field with the changes in technology, and what are the changes that you expect to see now with the advent of, IoT or AI, blockchain, big data, Web 3.0? What are the changes that you are anticipating?
Actually, we when we started our banking career in 1984, it was everything was a manual.
Yeah,
Actually, that age are, and your generation people must have not seen that banking. It is already gone after 1995 or 96. But actually, we started the career from there. Then we shifted to a standalone computer. That means only one computer was giving the services to the. Then within a wall, it was a network. Yeah. Then it was a global. That means global. These all migrations we have seen. We have faced all the problems. We have, but despite of that, we had given the good services to our customers, because we know that means change is not easy. But actually, we ourselves adjusted with the change, and we never pass on it to the customers. This is the change, main change in the technology. And now you see the even UPI. Even now, State Bank of India, yesterday there was a news that up to 50 lakhs, State Bank of India will process the SME proposal on web. That means within a 10 seconds, they will give the sanctions to their customers. If you go into their app and if you send a request, within a 10 seconds, your all data will be processed, and within a 10 seconds, you will uh, get the reply from State Bank of India, your loan is sanctioned or it
Wow.
is declined.
Wow.
That changes, and in years to come, this technology will definitely help all the banks, not only PSU bank or not only private sector banks, all PSU bank, small finance bank. It will help to get the business, and the services or banking services will be catered down the line to all the customers across the cities, across the rural area, across the urban or across the metros. And you have seen that in 2014 or 15, actually only 30-40% people of the India were in banking domain. But now uh, already 80-90% people are in the domain,
Yeah.
that financial inclusion, social banking, everything is now, uh, it is banking efforts and the government agenda, whatever you want to say, but it happened with the hand-to-hand cooperation with the government and the banks. Even private sector banks are also working on that.
Correct. Technology has completely transformed the banking industry, and especially
Yes,
after
yes,
COVID, that we all experienced. From
yes.
standing in queues to now being able to do banking from our doorstep, in our own homes. So yeah, it's amazing.
And even the due diligence, that means I said ki it is the banking business is very risky, but the due diligence of the customers or big
Yeah,
corporates, it is also made easy due to website. Every data you can get in a corporate loans. Actually, PSB 59 is a beautiful website which is there, and within a 45 minutes you can get all the data of the companies.
that's
Because of that, the frauds or due diligence, proper due diligence is done very easy due to the technology. It's a technology is miraculously in backing to cater the services as well as to process in processing.
absolutely. So we're building a community of industry magnets, and this move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and for building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
Actually, I retired in June 2023.
Hmm.
Then after I was thinking what to do, and I came across about the WDC and all. Actually, I was also looking for a part-time jobs and all after the retirement. So it is very helpful, madam. It is very helpful. I'm going through all the videos and all. It is very helpful actually to get the knowledge and to get the better knowledge. And your teams and all are very supportive.
Thank you so much. It was really nice conversing with you, and I'm so confident that whatever insights that you gave us today will definitely inspire our future leaders. Thank you, Mr. Keskar, for joining us today, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.